Hello there, everyone. My name is Crazy Hillip, and welcome to Captcha the Flag. Now, this module is going to be based off of Semaphore, and it's also going to be based off of the prompts that you get in, for example, CAPTCHAs. CAPTCHAs are essentially those little texts that you have to try and read and decipher in a bunch of wonky different texts to prove that you're not a robot, basically. That's going to be the way that this works. So, there's going to be a couple rules that we need to go over here, and this is not simply just submitting the Semaphore characters here. There are a couple rules that will actually be applying here, but this module overall is fairly simple to do. This is Captcha the Flag. His name is Captcha, and he is a flag. He's trying to play a game of Capture the Flag online, but is struggling to solve the captcha to load into the game. Given that he's a flag, that is understandable. You being a human, here's hoping, need to help capture solve the captcha so that he can play Capture the Flag, and so that you can use the module. Note that if you are not human and you are eXish with your auto solvers, this obviously will not apply to you being human, so good luck solving this mod. So let's continue on. So the module consists of a randomly generated 6-character captcha. In this case, we have Tango Sierra Lima 2 Victor Bravo, from what I can already read up there. We've got two flag buttons, a white viewing panel, and a green submit button. This is down at the bottom here. And in this case, as you can see here, the white viewing panel is essentially what represents the flags here. Essentially, in order for Captcha to be able to solve the Captcha himself, it must be translated into the only language flags know, Semaphore. Unfortunately, the website he's trying to play is slightly broken, and as such, the way you must relay characters to Captcha is as follows. For each character in the Captcha code, submit said character in Semaphore, using the 2 flags provided. And then we're going to be pressing the red button to rotate the left flag counterclockwise, as you can see here. You can obviously do that, and the right button to be rotating and the right one to be rotating the right one clockwise. That's going to be the way that this works. Now, bear in mind that sometimes they will get a little derpy with the way that they look in like your hands and stuff like that, especially when it comes to the next rules that we're going to be looking at in just a moment here. So just bear that in mind, that if you happen to get a little bit derpy solution, don't worry, it expects this to happen, and sometimes it'll look a bit funny. Okay, so now we get into the actual rules here. If your character in your captcha is a part of F1AG, or flag in this case, flip both flags for the character vertically. And if the serial number character is in the same if the serial number character in the same position as the character you are currently translating is part of POL, or P0 Lima Echo, flip both flags for the character horizontally. But there's also the case of both of them applying, because horizontally and vertically can apply. In this case, this is going to be if both of the above rules applied, we're going to be following this rule here. Multiply the capture character by the serial number character, convert letters into A1Z26, and if the number that you get is odd or 0, it's going to be holding down the red flag and otherwise holding down the blue flag. And the way that this works is essentially you're going to be seeing the center here essentially disappear. And that's when when it completely disappears, that's when you want to let go of that and then hit the submit button. Every time you get into the correct position and you want to submit a letter, you're going to want to hit this guy. Even after you hold down the button and release it, you're going to want to make sure that you hit the screen button to relay that character. And that's all you're simply going to be doing with this module. It does give you some definitions of vertical and horizontal. Vertical means up and down, so essentially vertically flipping means you're going to flip the up and down, and horizontal means you're going to be flipping left and right. And the 0 and Oscar distinction is always going to be this one. This is a 0, this is an Oscar. So that's all we simply really need to do with this. So let's actually get our serial number here real quick. Lima Mike 7, Uniform Whiskey and 4. And I'd like that all caps. Lima Mike 7, Uniform Whiskey 4. And we have on the display here, we've got Tango Sierra. That is indeed a Lima. Yep, that is a 2. Then we have Victor, and this is a Bravo. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So now we're going to want to start transmitting characters. Do we have any sort of discrepancies that we want to pay attention to that are in flag or POL? That's immediately what we want to check here. So flag specifically is referring to captcha. We do not have a Lima. Lima is not present in flag. It's going to be specifically referring to the POL here. This is a 1. And in this case, I don't think we have anything that's F1 A or G. In this case, that is just not true. So we don't have to worry about this rule at all. And in this case, we're going to simply mark this. I'd like to mark this in red. Now, do we have any poles in this serial number? P0 Lima Echo. We do have a Lima. Yes, we do. For the first position here, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be flipping both characters for the character, both flags for the character horizontally. So in this case, we're going to be submitting Tango. which is going to be right over here. But we're essentially going to be flipping these guys horizontally. So let's flip these guys horizontally. So now the north is going to stay north. North doesn't change in this case because it's obviously in the dead center. There is no opposite way that it can flip it horizontally. But with northwest here, we're going to flip this horizontally, and this is going to return us to a northeast. So in this case, we're going to keep the right flag the same, but we're going to flip this. We're going to rotate this guy over to the northeast, or the northeast here, and we're going to hit submit. And just like that, that's good to go. It will immediately give you a strike if the character that you submit is wrong, by the way. It won't give you a strike at the end. So, now do we have any other characters? Papa, Lima, Echo, or Zero? No, we do not. So for the rest of these characters, we're simply going to be submitting these guys normally in this case, with semaphore. So that's quite simple. But that is essentially the way how these will work. It's quite simple to do. And hopefully we can get a character where both these rules apply, but that's all we're simply going to be doing on this module. So next up, Sierra. Okay, let's set this up. So we're going to set you up to west, southeast. Then we have Lima. Lima is here and here. 2 is here and here. Victor is, where's it? North and southeast. And finally, Bravo is going to be west.south. Missed it. West.south. And just like that is a solved module. Fairly simple to do, fairly simple to understand. Just make sure that you pay attention to that this is referring to serial number of characters. This is referring to Captcha. Very important distinction that you need to make sure that you understand, because that is very, it's just going to make your life a little bit easier to do. And it's overall not that bad of a module to do. So, heck, this could potentially become a solo for those of you who do know semaphore. And it's only here so the table is even. So in this case, these are a couple of random positions so that you just, that Bland would be happy with. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me check. I'm gonna actually probably re-roll for a case where this applies. We do have pop-up. What's the 4th position? Kilo. Does not work. I'm gonna retry. So I'm trying to get the case where both of the above apply. That's what I'm gonna be looking for here, which shouldn't be too hard considering how these are kind of common characters.
There is only one
Echo for the
solution,
first position.
Whiskey
does not apply here. Pole, no, I don't see anything. We gotta retry again. Okay. Let's see if we can get it. There's no characters in pole. Where is it?
There is only one perfect solution, but there are clues that will try to trick
No
our
pole.
team.
Okay, next. Oh, good. We actually have a couple options here. Okay, 4 and 5. That is an Oscar, unfortunately. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. We'll go with this anyways. This is a good example here that we can actually get some vertical flips. Just remember that it is looking for the final number being odd or 0, or if it's even, in this case, hold the blue flag. Make sure he disappears when, and you know, I'll even provide an example here because I don't think this will strike me. He'll disappear like this. However, I'm going to get a strike for this. I understand. And as you can see, he completely disappears. You are going to be forced to submit here.
Oh,
But obviously, that is wrong.
give you that, but I really can't.
Just kind of wanted to show that off real quick. That's the way that would look like. If you happen to get one of these cases, make sure that he fully disappears before you actually release the button. So let's get right into this once more time. So we have Sierra here. The only positions that we care about in this case for pull are going to be 4 and 5. Okay. The 4th and 5th positions are we're going to do order. So we've got Sierra here. Sierra is not part of flag. We're good to go. So Sierra is going to be west, southeast. That's good to go. Quebec, not part of flag, obviously. That's going to be over here. India, not part of flag. Okay, down here. Okay, number 4. Now, this is an Oscar, by the way. So This should be Oscar, hopefully. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do echo. Echo is part of the serial number. We're going to be flipping these guys horizontally. So we're going to be doing this. This 0 is going to be horizontal right here. So, or excuse me, Oscar. Oscar is going to be flipped horizontally, which in this case is right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip left and right. So now this west is going to go over to the right. That's going to be representing east. So this is going to be east for this one. And this this northeast is going to instead be northwest, like this. Okay, good to go. Next up for Bravo, this indeed applies to pole once again. We're going to be flipping this horizontally. For Bravo over here, that's going to be flipping west to east, which is already set for us. And this is just simply going to be south here. So let's put this guy down in south. And as you can see, this is exactly what I mean by they can get very funky like this. And finally for A is indeed actually part of flag. So we're going to be flipping these guys both vertically. This is going to be changing the up and down part of this module here. So alpha is going to be like this. We're going to flip this vertically. So in this case, southwest is going to become northwest for the first one. So southwest becomes northwest, and south becomes simply north. And that's flipping it vertically. Just like that is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.